What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Dativa. My Chinese name is Dinshang. I'm from Tanzania.
I'm Nikit Veeratna. I'm from Sri Lanka. My name is Esan. I'm from Pakistan.
You're from Pakistan.
Yeah, my name is Mumini Kulibali. I'm from Mali.
Okay, so what advice will you give to someone who is coming to China?
My advice is come China for enjoyment only. Yeah.
And which country are you from?
I'm Elizabeth. I'm from Uganda.
You are called Elizabeth. That's my mom's name. So you are my mom, you know. All right. So I want to ask, like, how is it like to be a foreigner in China?
At the start, there's a lot of culture shock, but it's okay. You eventually learn how to adjust. Yeah.
Cultural shock, such as
The spitting, the spitting, and the level of smoking was a shock at first, but you get used to it. Yeah, it's different from back home, but
so
yeah.
aside spitting and smoking, what other things?
Food. The food is completely different. You can't get the fruits are not like the ones back home. You can't get ordinary food, the food you're used to. Yeah, but you learn to like specific Chinese food. Yeah.
So how do you survive in China?
How do I survive?
Because you said the food aspect. So how do you survive?
I cook.
You cook yourself.
I cook, yeah.
So do you get all the ingredients here in China to buy?
No. Probably 70% of it is from home. Yeah.
So how do you do that?
When you have someone coming in, you ask them to carry a lot of food for you. Yeah. That's how I survive.
So how long have you been in China?
1 year ago.
1 year.
Yeah.
So how is it like to be a foreigner in China?
Foreigner in China. China is so beautiful country, and as a student, I experience more things like visiting new places, and in China, good development, road structures, buildings, and many opportunities. Yeah.
How long have you been in China?
1 year and a half.
1.5 year now.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, like, how is it like being a foreigner in China?
Yeah, being a foreigner in China is nice, but sometimes challenging. Yeah, maybe when you're black, you will find like Chinese. They are very impressed to see you, to look at your skin and something. Yeah, and when you come to China for first time, there is the culture shock, like food, weather. Yeah, but finally, the experience of being in China is nice. Is nice. Yeah.
So how long have you been in China?
About 1.5 year.
1.5 years now. So I want to ask, like, how is it like to be a foreigner in China?
I think to be a foreigner in China, like foreign students in China, I think is not bad because first of all, the main objective for a foreign student is the studying condition. I think in China is really good, especially in my school. I think the study condition is good, and about the social life, I think is acceptable. But sometimes for students, maybe the life cost will be a little bit higher. But anyway, I think it's peaceful and no trouble here that can damage, impact your studies and things. I think it's good, very good.
The challenges that you have faced.
No, any challenge. Maybe sometimes when it is winter, I don't like that kind of weather. Yeah, wear a lot of dress and something. But otherwise, China is good. Yeah, our universities, our campuses, life in China is nice. Like as a Christian, we have a Catholic church and other Christian church. We integrate with them. I join them on the choir. We sing. Everything is nice. Yeah, the experience in China is nice. The cost of living, buying some stuff for accommodation is cheap. Yeah, nice.
Um, Challenges are like living expenses. To arrange living expenses are so much difficult because in China there is no work allowed. That's why.
So meaning that in your country, living expenses is lower than that of China, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So can you tell us some of the challenges you have faced as a foreigner living in China?
Okay, first of all, we are from different countries, and some students maybe as they just start learning Chinese, maybe they may have a kind of linguistic barriers, but with the time maybe they can adapt that situation and try to solution them. But out of that, maybe like I said before, the life cost, because here the living cost is really higher. Out of that, I think we're not facing big troubles in Beijing, especially in Beijing. Yeah.
So how about the weather condition in China, for example, Beijing and also your country compared to it? Like, what would you say about it?
Yeah, the weather I think is especially for me, like students like me, because I'm from West Africa, but the weather is quite different from China here because we have 4 seasons in China, but in my country we only have two. We don't have uh, 4 seasons, and sometimes it's really cold in China. So this is a little bit troublesome for us. You need time to get used on it. Yeah, this is the main challenge about weather in China.
Um, all almost Chinese good, and I faced the language problem is because we are not familiar to the Chinese language. So I think when a foreigner learn Chinese and come to here, it is better. As I think, I personally uh, not familiar to Chinese, so I faced that problem. Yeah.
Like, if someone is coming to China, someone is new coming to China, what advice will you give to the person?
They need to be willing to ask for help because it's difficult to adjust. So ask people who have been here for a while. They will be able to help you adapt to the place well. Yeah.
Thank you, mommy.
You're welcome.
So, what advice will you give to someone who is coming to China?
Who want to come to China?
Advice that you give to someone who is coming to China.
Come to China. China is everything now, globally, in terms of technology, business, education, culture exchange, business. Yeah, so I can advise anyone who is willing to come to China. You're welcome. China is good. Yeah.
Yeah, if you are coming in China, first of all, before being in China, if you have a way to try to understand the laws and regulation in China, this is the first step, and you get ready to respect those laws and regulation. And after that, before you come in China, you can, if it's during the cold time, you can prepare some suitable clothes that can protect you during the cold time. And after that, I think that study is the most important. You get ready for your studies, and here student teachers and your camera, they all can help you to improve or to reach your goals about study project.
My advice is come China for enjoyment only. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Like and subscribe the Man of Virtues channel for more interesting content.